I was on my way to Clark for a client meeting. Halfway there, I get a call. My partner goes, the meeting is off, 2 hours on the road. But instead, I turned the car around and called Fiona, my daughter. So I ended up having an unplanned lunch with her and her husband. And honestly, that hour felt like the most productive day. Welcome to the Feel Good Grind, where I share my stories, wins, and insights in my business playground. Because business should feel good, not just look good. Alright, so I just bought the Essentialism planner, and I'm not gonna lie. I've had it for a few days, just sitting here. I tried a lot of systems: digital, paper, bullet journals, Notion, TickTick. They all help for a while. But lately I've been realizing something deeper. It's not the planning that's the problem, it's the control. So here's what I'm hoping this planner teaches me. Not how to do more, but how to decide better. How to live with less noise, fewer decisions, and maybe more peace. Alright, so I'm about to start my planner, the Essentialism planner. The way of the essentialist: how often do you say yes simply to please or to avoid trouble, or because yes has just become your default response? Do you ever feel busy but not productive, like you're always in motion but never getting anywhere? The answer yes to any of this, the way out is Essentialism planner. Alright, so still I have to do this every 90 days. It's good. Alright, let's start to explore. First is, what is something essential you are under investing in? Essential is my health. I'm actually under investing in my health. I do work out and diet, but I don't measure it. The last time I measured it was about a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago.
Thought that I would be a bit at peace by now. Yeah, you're lying in the shadows of my room. Oh, always heard your voice, I forget the sound now. You're awfully quiet while I cry out for you. Oh, I know you don't have much to say, yeah, that's clear now.
So we were supposed to run for an hour, but Isabella prayed for Starbucks. Yeah, she got tired, but we're pausing for a bit and let's see if we can go to the gym after.
But I won't keep on giving you grace while my heart's broken. But you take the time away to clear your head out. But I had so much to say, and you let me get away. Still, well, I still try, I won't lie. But you'll never know if I'm fine. Am I alright? Well, you'll never know. You took this path on your own time without giving us a try. So we'll never know.
So every day I find myself checking my to-do list again and again and again. Even if it's nothing changed, it's become a reflex, like scratching an itch that won't go away. I don't want to be a slave to my checklist. I want calm. I want to trust that my system will catch what matters without my brain refreshing it 30 times a day. Alright, happy Monday! So for this week, let's talk about the one I did yesterday. But before that, it's a holiday, diba? It's a National Heroes Day. Leslie and I have been contemplating about, are we going to the office to work? Are we going to spend the holiday? We ended up meeting halfway steak lunch at Base Cafe in Lipa, and then after that we go into the office. So that's our flow. And I want to talk about the one I did last weekend, yung Essentialism Planner. So it's all about what are the activities or tasks that I overinvest in, and activities and tasks I underinvest in. I want to talk about that later, but before that, part of my flow is like an inquiry about the use of TickTick app in YouTube. Shout out to that guy. It's actually related because I'm using TickTick to manage my tasks and projects. No, so I want to talk about that. But my situation lately, in the past, is I have developed this kind of loop of always trying to plan. The loop of always checking the task instead of being present and doing the actual task, is that I always think about what to do next. No, that's the thing actually that I over invest in. No, that dynamics of planning, focusing on tasks, and because of my personality trait of being high in conscientiousness, I tend to be OC, because of my OCB, obsessive compulsive behavior. It's not a disorder. People think they have OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder, but in reality, if it does not interfere with your productivity, that's not a disorder. It's just an obsessive compulsive behavior. So there's another thing that I learned just recently. I'll try to share my stories this week about it, and an updated process of how I use TickTick, but this time together with my partner Leslie, and how we collaborate and manage it together. Probably what are the challenges in doing it. So the objective really is to eliminate, or probably not really eliminate, but somehow kawasan yung anxiety that I feel, in managing or the task list that I do, and try to be calmer and focus on the current things, not the things that I should do next. So that's the idea. So this is how I manage my TickTick app. Firstly is we have folders. So right now I have folders for short tasks. So these are just, obviously short tasks. I have folders for my consulting business, DMH Studios. I have folder for content creation, for the Playground PH. And what else? Mentora. And also for someday, things that I can do someday. For GND, for cybersecurity, and also for deep work. So for each folder, I put tasks. Somehow these folders are projects, and I prioritize tasks according if it's high, medium, or low. And then I also put dates. When should I do it? So today, tomorrow, next week. And some reminders also if it's monthly, weekly. Okay, so I have a new task. I just add it here, categorize them in folders, and then put the date. Okay, so I segregate my day into two, the mornings and the afternoons. For the morning is mostly content. So I lay out the plan for the week. So usually Monday is about new ads or ad creatives. Launching of new ad creatives that I pre-recorded last week. Then Tuesdays are the actual writing and shooting of new set of content and creatives. And then Wednesday, usually, again, we try our best to do it to make it as a rest day. Thursdays are some special projects like YouTube. And then Friday is again, ideally a rest day. But at times, depending on the mood, I set special projects as well, or meetings. Right. And the afternoon is deep work. See, these are the tasks that I preset according to the folder. Usually every Monday is an admin day. While the rest of the week can be dynamic, depends on the priority. Like some documentations on business process reviews. And then in my Google Calendar, I set my meetings, some time blocks. Like every 3 p.m. is flagging day. It's fairly new. And or coaching session day. So basically, this is how I do it. But in relation to my challenges in my compulsions and checking. So the recent change in the system is having Leslie manage it and just talk to me about it.
Then is number one, promote nasa high priority.
For the past 2 months, Leslie and I have been using TickTick as our shared command center. But here's the twist. She drives it. I just follow the flow. Every week we sit down and plan together what's coming up, what's important, what's noise. But once that's set, Leslie is the one navigating it daily. She assigns the tasks, updates the list, and nudges me when something moves. I don't have to open the app 20 times a day because I trust her system. If I do mindless scrolling, that's a false sense of progress. It becomes a ritual than a system. Because of yung fear of not being in control. Diba? So yung illusion of control kasi is the one is addicting it. So what I'm gonna do is to delete the app. Delete. Alright, it's deleted. Tignan natin.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years.
So a lot of business owners I work with have already automated parts of their operation. But when it comes to digital marketing, they either freeze or fall for fluff. The landscape has changed and most of the advice online is either too technical or too outdated. Scenes of local businesses stuck in old marketing methods like flyers, random FB posts. You're talking to a client or looking at a neglected website social page. So what they really want is not just clicks or followers. They want customers. They want visibility, brand clarity, and a system that brings leads on autopilot. They want a digital strategy they can understand, implement, and actually feel in control of. Not one that requires 10 agencies and 30 dashboards. But 3 things usually block them. So first is overwhelm. Too many tools or no clear framework. Second is inconsistency. They post today, disappear for weeks. And third, bad advice, tactics without context, trending hacks that don't fit their brand or industry. So I decided to write this segment of the blog to bring business owners back to the basics, but updated for 2025. First, we focus on strategy before tools, starting with defining your brand, your offer, and your ideal customer journey. Second is we simplify the digital stack, what you actually need to get found, trusted, and chosen. This isn't about being everywhere, it's about being intentional. So when you understand digital marketing basics, really understand them, you stop wasting money, stop copying trends, and finally start building something sustainable. So that's why this blog exists. So today I had back-to-back meetings, and both are shaping up to be long-term transformation projects. So first was a kickoff with the company in Cagayan de Oro. So they reach out for a full business process review, not because things are broken, but because they want to scale. So the goal, streamline operations, improve visibility, and prepare their team for digital transformation.
Finally, we've reached this point after some time, and I think we're all looking forward from the TNH side of the team to start this kickoff. So we'd like to introduce to you a new person on the team. Problem with how do you think should we solve that? And then we'll start giving ideas of, hey, this is the best practice, but how do you think can we get there? So that we'll be working with them. It's really a major hand-holding.
Hit publish. Alright, so Navi, I'm done now with the ads. What's the next? TickTick?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime
That's
pala.
what's next.
Lunchtime first.
I'm not gonna give you a new task, but you have to eat first.
Alright. Next is I met with an old friend, Joe Flores, to continue sprint planning for a homeowner association system, or HOA. A tool that empowers HOA to actually serve their communities better. Hello! I'm good, how are you?
Bro, I'm good. You know what? I'd like to introduce you to Nika.
Pa-podcast ba tayo ngayon?
Pwede.
Ah,
The HOA system.
the HOA system. The HOA
Yeah.
system. Okay. We charge the tenants water, di ba? Water meter. Bale, centralize yung water meter. Tapos kami nagbibill sa tenants.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby.
So it's a Wednesday. I was on my way to Clark for a client meeting. Halfway there, I get a call. My partner goes, the meetings is off. So the chairman from the UK just cancelled, and they're not ready to talk to us. Now, the old me would have been frustrated. So, I mean, 2 hours of prep, 2 hours on the road for nothing. So, but instead, I turned the car around and called Fiona, my daughter. So I ended up having an unplanned lunch with her and her husband. And honestly, no, that hour felt like the most productive day of my day. So not every cancellation is a waste. Sometimes it's the universe asking, hey, you sure you're not supposed to be somewhere else today? I felt that even last night. So the lesson, so prepare hard but stay soft enough to pivot, because when things don't go your way, sometimes they're just going a better way. Thursday, I woke up with flu, just dropped off the kids, and I am canceling everything today. Move tomorrow. This is my difference, because kahit na I have flu, I still want to go out. Mas lalo ako nangihina sa bahay. But the thing is, lahat ng mga task natin sa TickTick, we have to move tomorrow.
Yeah. Definitely.
So the flow today is not working because I can't focus. Tomorrow, let's see, hopefully. Important thing yung YouTube clips magawa natin.
You select. I can do it.
I select tomorrow. The rest naman, I mean, that's the main concept ng feel good. Thank you. It's the main concept ng feel good business. You can always move things and not chase things.
Something to buy the yeah. Set the potato, boy, sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life, raise your cross.
So this week has been feel good and productive, even though some things didn't go according to plan. The client postponed our meeting, I caught the flu midweek, but somehow, the week still moved forward with clarity. And so, I started by reflecting on things I underinvest in. Recovery and health. And the things I tend to over-invest, which is like planning, micromanaging, and chasing every notifications. I ask myself what really matters, why am I doing it, when should it happen, and how should it flow. So then came the shift. I implemented a simple system with Leslie. She now owns the task management side. I deleted my TickTick app and she became the commander. So it works because I'm more future-oriented and she's more present-oriented. And I've always said the balance between those two is where real efficiency and effectiveness live. So if you're running your business solo, think about having someone in your team like an EA or an efficiency coordinator, someone like what Joe mentioned. So this week felt different, not because I did more, but because I chose less with the help of the Essentialism planner. So this time I wasn't chasing the checklist. I followed the planner, not to stay productive, but to stay present. So the shift was simple, from asking what else do I need to do to asking what's the one thing I need to honor today. And that small change changed everything. So I'm starting to realize the real power of essentialism isn't in how much you get done. It's in how much peace you feel while you're doing it. So it's less but better, one day at a time.